We'll take the piston, we'll give the piston a good dollop of oil right around, because we don't want those grooves, those rings to stick in the grooves. Okay, so I'm lubricating the piston. I'm just going to show you how to do one piston, because they're all the same. So I am using piston number 1. Okay, we're prepping piston number 1. I've got to do this 4 times. Make sure your hands are free. Make sure that you've got no sand and grit around this area of the job. Make sure that you also have a nice clean rag, to wipe when you want to. So we'll take one of the rings, the 3rd ring. We'll put it on, and then we'll put it past. Okay, we'll put it past the groove. You can see that? We've gone past the groove. Maybe I should bring you down a little more level with a piston ring so that you have a better idea. Take you to the rings level there, maybe a little more down. You can call it there. Okay, so we take the first groove down all the way. Then we'll take the expander ring. We'll put the expander ring in. Okay, the expander ring mustn't climb each other. Okay, so in other words, the expander ring has got the 2 edges must touch like that. They mustn't flip over. They must touch each other like that. You got to be sure of that. Okay, then you slide that one ring up to the bottom. Okay, so it's got to go in the bottom of the expander like that. Okay, you see the expander there? Now we'll take another one and we'll put that ring on the top like that, and that'll hold your oil ring assembly in place. Put it down into the grooves like that, both of them. That's why I say lots of oil. Okay, so you can see there's the gap of the one. If I turn it all the way, you'll see the gap of the other. So I normally just put them at 180 degrees to each other. Okay, so we'll have the one end on this side and the one end on the opposite side. Okay, of the ring grooves over there. Then we'll take the second groove. Remember the second groove? Okay, that's the thicker one with the word up. With the word up, facing up. Okay, so we'll just expand it slightly. You don't have to overexpand where you break the groove. Then you put that gap, you put on that side. Okay, so we're going to form a cross, with all of them. So we'll put that ring groove. That's the top ring groove. We'll turn it completely opposite to the second ring groove. So we've got the top ring groove and the second ring groove, and then the oil rings we have. So we got that gaps in a cross. You understand that? In a cross. Okay. So everything turns nicely, nothing sticks. Okay, what is the next step? We make sure that all the gaps are opposite each other. The next step is we're going to squeeze that in. We'll use a ring squeezer like this. We'll put the ring squeezer over. We'll turn it. Okay, we'll squeeze that ring. Tighten it best that you can. I normally just use a piece of wood. An old broomstick, piece of broomstick over there. I use that. Now we're going to go and fit this into the engine block. But before we can do that, we need to put on the big end bearing, as I said earlier. So here I have a set of big end bearings. And what I have noticed about them is that they've all got a hole in the center, oil hole, so you can't make a mistake. Okay? So now we have the piston squeezed, the piston ring squeezed. Okay, we have the journal down at the bottom there. As I said, you will make sure that she is dry. Okay, wipe off all the oil marks, and then we will put our bearing in. Now this bearing doesn't have a cleft like the other bearings. Okay, it doesn't have a stopper. It's got no lug, they call it. There's no lug on the bearing. So you just put the bearing in, make sure that the hole lines up with the oil hole. Put a dollop of oil on there. Put a dollop of oil on there like that. Now we'll fit it. I'll show you how to fit it to the